Hey guys, today we're looking through Boom Comics Justice League / Power Rangers issue number 4 crossover. It seems like it's been a little time since the previous issue released, but nonetheless, I'm glad the story continues to unravel. Now, let's get into it. The story continues where the previous issue left off as both teams are working together to get the Rangers back to their universe and timeline. Zack Taylor definitely seems to be the most anxious about returning home since the last encounter he had with his family was an argument. Seeing as Angel Grove is in danger, reconciliation seems to be the heart in this story, especially for Zack. It's also cool to see Kim calm Zack down and keep him assured of their return / the friendship teamwork aspects are definitely evident in this issue as well. Billy and Cyborg seem to be the nerdy equation-solving two in the bunch, and with the help of a lady working in the secret scientific department, the group now realizes that they need a link to connect them to Angel Grove, as the machine can teleport them. Trini points out that Brainiac and Zed took the Rangers' communicators and power coins in the last fight, so this sort of complicates things. Then Tommy speaks up and says he has a link, revealing the Dragon Dagger, which has its own connection to the Morphin Grid and to the Rangers universe. With the Dragon Dagger now as a link to Angel Grove, the rest of the team now has to figure out how to get the large time-traveling world-teleporting machine away from underground so it can officially be used. Otherwise, in Billy's words, if used underground, it would collapse the Earth. The Rangers have Wonder Woman, Superman, and Green Lantern, who easily help get the device safely to a higher ground for proper usage. As the heroes lift the device from underground, we see just how large it is, and as the ground seems to be quaking, and the landform kind of shaking in the wide length. Tommy then hands the Dragon Dagger over to the Green Lantern, and says, "I want this back." And Green Lantern understands. The Green Lantern shoots the Dragon Dagger through the portal, and the team is quite amazed to see the efforts of opening the portal actually worked. Billy says if his calculations are right, the Rangers' dimension is just on the other side. Then Tommy asks, well, what if his calculations are wrong? Then Cyborg says, if that's the case, we created a hyper-efficient superhero shredding machine. Then Flash comments and says, don't worry, I'm the only one fast enough to feel if it's actually pulled us into oblivion. And Tommy responds saying, how is that comforting? I just love the humor in the story here. The entire team is in a ship, and as they begin to travel through the dimension, once they arrive, Trini notices a dome covering the city, and Jason asks how can they fight it? A few of the League members explain that it's not that simple, and the process has started. Batman and Superman explain if they stop the process now, it could tear the city apart, and the people inside of it as well. Zack then asks, does that mean that they're supposed to do nothing as their families are being held in captivity? Wonder Woman tells Zack she is sorry, but they have to let this play out and then act to save their world. Zack refuses to stand by and is quickly becoming enraged with emotion. He then runs off and surprisingly runs right into his parents as he sees them on the other side of the dome. We see a moment where Zack connects with his family and assures them of his safety and apologizes for the argument that he had with them before. His family is just glad to see him safe on the other side of the dome. And then, on that moment, and in that very moment, the city vanishes as it has shrunk due to Brainiac. Tommy then says, Brainiac did it. Angel Grove is gone. Then the comic goes to the point where the very first issue began, and we see Superman talking to Zack and explaining it's not his fault. In this issue, it sort of brings things together and really explains what happened to Angel Grove from the first glimpse of destruction we witnessed in issue number 1. Zack is filled with emotion and distress. However, Superman assures him he understands exactly how he feels because he too lost his home, referring to Krypton. Superman then tells the Rangers, we can still get your home back, and it's not too late. Superman then says Angel Grove will be shrunken in somewhere on Brainiac's craft. Now, everyone is gearing up to get on the craft and get the Rangers home back. Jason/Red Ranger then says, "Let's get up there. Zed's still working with Brainiac, and we need to know what they're planning." Cyborg then says, "Are you kidding? You're powerless." Then Batman says, "They're not powerless." Batman also goes on to tell the Rangers that there is another pressing issue. Seeing as Brainiac has captured the city, soon he will attack the city as well. Wonder Woman then says, "We will need a strike team as a defense when all of this happens." And Batman agrees, and then says he brought some things to assist us. Batman has brought weapons and costume gear for each of the Rangers, as they don't have their morphers and power coins currently. Then we see the Rangers in full DC comic attire, which looks pretty darn cool. Although there are some costumes of characters that I don't recognize due to my lack of knowledge on certain DC Comics characters, so you'll have to forgive me. Then Superman begins attacking Brainiac's craft, and that katana costume on Trini was just too perfect. I see what you did there, Batman. I just had to point that out really quick. Cyborg tells everyone to get ready, and once they get on the craft, they should be able to locate where Angel Grove is. The heroes bust into the craft, and again, that katana suit on Trini is just too perfect. A little racist? Nah, just a good costume pick. Had to point it out again. Going forward, Billy finds a perfect access point for connecting Cyborg to Brainiac's craft and asks if Cyborg is sure he wants to go on with this. Cyborg says it's the quickest way to find Angel Grove and tells Billy just to keep watch and fight off Brainiac's goons. Cyborg then finds the Rangers' morphers and power coins and calls out to Superman. Superman then asks where they are located, and Cyborg gives him the location. With Soup's X-ray vision, he sees them and then flies in to retrieve the Rangers' official gear. Going on, the heroes continue fighting off Brainiac's goons and are starting to get overpowered and outnumbered by them. Then, in just the nick of time, Superman delivers the morphers and power coins to the Rangers, and then it's morphin' time. Superman then takes off to find Angel Grove, and as Zack is morphing, he gets a hard blast to the chest. Trini screams out, "Zack!" And then we see Cyborg has been corrupted by Brainiac, most likely through him connecting to the craft. Batman tries to talk him out of Brainiac's control, and Cyborg blasts Batman out of the way. Billy morphs up and continues encouraging Cyborg to fight Brainiac's control. At this time, Cyborg is now fighting Billy, and Brainiac speaks through Cyborg saying, "He is mine. Your city is mine. Your world will end." Billy pleads with Cyborg to fight it, and Cyborg continues to attack. Now, with no other choice, Billy jams his staff right through Cyborg to stop his destruction. And at that point, my friends, is where the issue ends. Holy crap. So much awesome and crazy moments packed into one issue. It's safe to assume the next few issues will be the soon conclusion to this crossover story. How do you all predict this story will end, and what was your favorite moment in today's issue? I personally am a huge fan of this crossover and have sincerely enjoyed each read-through. Hey guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel to get the latest on Boom Studios' Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic book series. Give this video a thumbs up, and I hope you all return for the next recap. Until next time, wham, bam, boom!